down, which means we're another week closer to Christmas. I think it's like 10 days till Christmas. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 10 days. I am doing a countdown in my Healthy Well Women group and I get super paranoid every day going, have I actually got the right date? Is it 10 days? I can't say it. Is it 10 days or is it more or less? So yeah, that's trying to keep me on track. But yeah, I get paranoid and think I'm putting in the wrong day. I'm waiting for someone to tell me, actually, Julie, it's so many days. But yeah, how are you doing? Is the chaos kicking in? Is the fatigue kicking in? I've noticed a thing this week, like, oh my god, so many people are ill with bugs and viruses, or just absolutely shattered and having kind of like meltdowns here and there. So it's that thing about going. It's one day, right? It's breathing space. It's one day. There's loads of pressure on us, around social activities, around the shopping, the decorations, the food, and then trying to keep on track with where you want to be. And I think that's what's the hardest thing is when you want to be doing a certain thing for your health, for your well-being, for your nutrition, and this thing called Christmas comes along, and the societal expectations and the societal bragging is about all the unhealthy things. It's all about stuffing yourself with food and excessive alcohol, doing the alcohol shots and all those things. So it's no wonder that people are feeling a bit rubbish. Energy's low because they're not eating as well as they would do, and they've got even more pressure upon them. So yeah, it's a funny time of the year. And it's one of my bugs around Christmas because I was like, what is it? What is it that annoys me about Christmas? And I think it's because we're like enforced into mini lockdown almost. It's like we all have to just slow down. I don't mind slowing down if you can slow down and do the things you want to do, but I feel like we're all forced to slow down and do this thing called Christmas. And I say slow down because, gyms will start to cut classes because they go, oh, not many people want to come. People still want to come, but you're taking away that opportunity. And even like things like online classes I go to stop running because it's like, oh, it's going to be quiet, so we'll stop doing them. So yeah, I think when you're someone who likes to look after your health, then it's not the best time of year. It is a challenge. It is a challenge. And I also think for people who are on their own, things are shutting down and you can't go to your classes, you can't do things that are good for your well-being. So I just think it's a bit, we need to change the narrative. So for me, I'm off Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then I'm working the rest. So I'll be having sessions with clients because I think it's super important to look after ourselves at this time of year. And that leads nicely on to the fruit shops and do they boost immunity? Now, this was something I wanted to talk about a while ago, actually, but you know how it is, life goes off piste. And you see it in all the shops. Immunity, have this ginger shot for immunity or immunity boost. All these drinks that say for energy, have this. For immunity, have this. And it's all these little shot drinks that are being peddled to us now. And it's like, well, actually, what are they? Like, do they actually do us any good? Are their claims what they claim them to be? And if they're not, then how can they get away with it? So ultimately, with a lot of these drinks, it is basically fruit juice. That's what you're buying is fruit juice. They give you it in a little shot because one, it appeals to you. It's not like a big long drink. And because it's a small shot of fruit juice, then sugar-wise, nutritionally, it's not as much as say if you had a big orange juice. And I think a lot of people have become switched on to fruit juice. I know there's a bit of mixed message around fruit. People are like, oh my God, I can't eat fruit. It's got sugar in it. Yes, it's got naturally occurring sugars. The only issues around juices is when you drink a lot of fruit juice. Because if you have over, say, 120 mils, 120, 150 mils a day, then you get a lot of sugar. Because if you think they're taking all the fiber out, compressing all those oranges, for example, to get that much juice. So you're consuming more sugar than you would do if you had the whole fruit. And that is where there's the issue with fruit juice. So I reckon kind of what's happened around the marketing approach, off the back of COVID too, it's like, oh, people want to look after immunity. Everyone was talking about vitamin D, vitamin C during COVID. And like, oh, people want to look after immunity and we're getting the message out about fruit juice being full of sugar. So let's actually reduce the portion and sell it as immunity and we'll make some money. I think that's truly what's happening. So if we take one example, so we've got Marks and Spencer's Ginger and Apple. Oh, Ginger Defense. That's what it's called, Ginger Defense. So it's the M&S Ginger and Apple Immune Support multi-shot packs. So these are basically orange juice. I'm going to go into it. It's a blend of cold pressed apple and ginger juices with added vitamin C. So what you're paying for there is some apple juice and ginger juice. That's basically it with a shot of vitamin D. So they probably just pop in a powder, a vitamin C powder or a tablet or whatever. So that is going to set you back. It's 10% ginger juice. So it's mainly basically apple juice with added vitamin C to get their numbers up. because it is 38% vitamin C, which is a reference indicate. So i.e. they're saying, like, have this and you'll get your vitamin C for the day, and that's why it's ginger defense immune support, because they're basically giving you vitamin C in a little shot with apple juice. So it tastes sweet, and a bit of ginger to give a bit of heat, a bit of fire, so you haven't got, oh, that's spicy. And it's down into a small shot, so nutrition wise it's not going to be too loaded with sugar because it's a small portion. Now, looking at the energy, is again, it's hard to do because it's per 100 mils, and these shots definitely aren't 100 mils. It doesn't actually break down. So helpful. It doesn't break down the size of these actual shots. They like to make it complicated for you to know what's good and what's not. But yeah, it's basically calories. It's only 44 calories. So like I say, it's not huge. Fats, negligible. Sugar is 11 grams, so it's 11 grams per 100. So it's breaking that down. So I'm not sure how much these are. Maybe they're 25 grams. So as I said, as suspected, it's not got a whole heap of sugar because it's a small shot. Okay, so there's the basis is basically fruit juice that you're buying. Fruit juice with some sort of vitamin tablet or powder added in. What is the quality of that vitamin powder tablet? How does it digest in your system? Well, to be honest with you, it's going to depend on what their processing is, but they can still claim that it's got it in there for some reason. They can. But ultimately, when you look at fruit juices, they can be a good source of vitamin C. They can support your immune function. We all know about vitamin C for coughs, colds. You know, it's been well publicized our whole life. But some sugars, some juices can also be high in sugars. As I mentioned, this one isn't so much because they don't have added sugar, but also because the portion size is so small, then there's not that much sugar. But then it's also going to be low in fiber because you've not got the pulp from the actual fruit. So if you really want a boost for your immunity, eat a whole apple. Eat the whole apple, so then it contains fiber. That's going to be beneficial for your digestion. We all know about fiber, digestion, bowel health, and it's all going to help regulate your blood sugar because you're not getting that sudden quick hit when you're juicing. And I'd say you need to watch out for added sugars. This one doesn't have added sugar, but ones that you used to believe were healthy, like naked juices and innocent smoothies, it's unreal the amount of sugar in those. Like I say, more people are catching on to it now. So I do think these are appealing to people who are maybe a bit wiser on the fruit juice front in terms of how much is too much and not that great for you. The key really is about variety, right? So just, yeah, they can be handy, they can be convenient, but if you really want to boost your immunity, eat all the colors, all the different fruits. Many of these drinks are based around apple because apple is obviously easy to get, it's cheap product. So I would say go for a whole apple instead. Have an apple, have a satsuma, have some mango, raspberries, blueberries, whatever it is you enjoy as a fruit. Eat a whole variety of fruit in different forms. So by eating the whole fruits, as I mentioned, you get the fibers, you also get the vitamins and minerals from that whole fruit, and things that may not be present in the same amount of the juice, because you've got to think that juice has been processed. So there's been things added to help the shelf life of that product. But I mean, if you think about it, is it going to be the same as when you have the whole fruit? I don't believe so, because I don't know what their processing is. So the key here is stick to your whole fruits, go for variety, go for color. Yes, it'll help you with hydration, will improve your immune function. Well, they're giving you a vitamin C shot in it, which tells you that the apple juice and the ginger alone isn't enough to boost your immunity, and that's why they're putting the vitamin C in it. And that's where you need to be careful, because if you're actually already supplementing with vitamin C and then you have the shot, then you've got to be careful that you don't take too much of a good thing. But also the chances are, if you've got enough vitamin C in your body because you're taking a supplement of vitamin C somewhere else, you're best paying to weed that out. Basically, you're paying to weed it out. So in summary, fruit juices can be a healthy part of the diet and support the immune function, but it's choosing options that have no added sugar. It's drinking in moderation, so not more than, like I say, about 150 mils of fruit juice a day, and then prioritizing your whole fruit and veg so that you're getting all the fibers, you're getting nutrition from the whole fruit, the whole veg, rather than going for the juiced. So are these going to help your immunity? Well, like I say, they've got in there a shot of something. So yes, if you're not taking anything and you feel you're not very good at eating your fruit and veg, then yes, this will help your immunity, but purely if you're not having any fruit or veg or any other vitamin supplement in your diet. I mean, you're going to be paying, what is it, £3 odds for them. So, £3.75, £3.75. So that's what, about $1.25 for that little shot, which is ultimately a vitamin supplement with some apple juice and a little bit of ginger for spice. Would I buy them personally? No, I wouldn't. I do think they are a marketing gimmick. They're appealing to you on to boost your immunity. They're trying to tell you that if you have this, you're going to protect yourself against viruses, build up your immunity. But obviously, there's a whole host of things around that, including your whole of life. So if you want to do it, have them. Is it going to boost your immunity? Negligible. They can get away with it marketing because they put the vitamin C supplement in there. So what you're actually buying is a vitamin opposed to a fruit shot. But they've made it taste good. They've made it small so they can get away with the kind of sugar that's in juices. But I mean, it's not going to do you any harm, but it's probably expensive way rather than buying a whole fruit, which is going to benefit you more. So if I say if you were to choose a fruit shot over a whole fruit, I go for the whole fruit every time, the whole fruit and veg, because you're going to get fiber, all the goodness, all the colors, all the different fruits, all the variety, rather than something that's been squeezed and processed and had a vitamin C supplement of some sorts added in. All right, team. So I think that covers it. Otherwise, save your money, go and buy whole fruits. Any questions, anything you'd like to see more of, let me know. Have a good weekend. Try and look after yourself this weekend. Make sure you're resting and make sure you're keeping hydrated. And as always, eat all the colors, all the varieties of food that are whole foods that are going to make you feel good. And just tune into what's lifting your energy and what's depleting it and try and do more of the stuff that's lifting your energy. Take care, and I